We're here. It is Actors and Doings podcast. And join Shanette and I as we discuss fun facts about AI potentially being a double-edged sword. Bored Apes, Hollywood's new adventure. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You see that book there, right? Y'all see that? Um, 500 theater artists signed an open letter. Oh, that may get a little nasty. And Marvel is skipping Comic Con. What? All right. Let's figure out. Oh, plus we got more Fun Facts Fridays for y'all. So let's keep this joint rolling. Thank everybody for joining us. Please hit that like, follow, subscribe. Y'all saw her book. You'll see mine later. What you got for us? So you want me to kick this party off?
Ooh, go ahead and start this thing off right.
All
AEA
right.
in the house tonight. Go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna start it off right with this this AI visual effect having to be, being a double-edged sword over here, man. All right, so out of all the AI that's going on, there's good and there's bad. There's so let's clear the air. AI is not innately bad. It's just like anything else. People who use it, you either use it for good or you use it for bad. So don't get mad at the AI. The AI is just what it is. So with that being said, this article is, and this comes from an article out of Yahoo. It says AI in visual effects, a double-edged sword. Hollywood's visual effects industry is experiencing a significant shift with the integration of AI technologies. While AI offers faster and more efficient production processes, there's apprehension about job displacement and the potential loss of human creativity in filmmaking. So, my question to you is that and you and I have used AI and AI products, we've integrated them into what we're doing. So the deal is that there are going to be fully automated films. We know that, and just like we discussed this before, it's going to be like reality TV. It's going to be like anime. Like anime slid right up into the cartoon wedge. The and anime, because a lot of people didn't even mess with anime until maybe 2000s, but anime had been around for a while. So and then Comic Con kind of put anime on the map. So it took a while. You know what I mean? So that's all this is. It's another version. We are human beings. We're still going to need our human touch. We're still going to want that. But AI will streamline our processes. And I mean, if you really want to get into it, let's look at the horse and buggy in the automotive industry. I know this is far fetched, but the automotive industry put every leather belt maker, the whip makers, the stir, whatever you used to use, whoever made the wooden wheels, they all was out of work. Whoever made horse carriages, you know what I'm saying? So it was either you made a horse carriage or you learned how to make a T model, a Ford T model, or you went and got another job.
Yeah.
That's all this is. Just an adjustment. We're all still here. Thank you for the 4 people that have joined us. Please follow, like, and subscribe. We're trying to get to 300. Already got to 100. Get that little muscle. Already got to 100. Hello, Jacob.
How you
All
doing,
right.
man? Yeah, but you're right though. I mean, I think a lot of people have, a lot of fear, and I believe the fear comes from lack of information. Yes, a lot of the AI tools and technology will replace certain jobs, but it's not going to completely wipe people out. This is not Terminator, it's not. We're not there yet. Okay, we're just
Not
not
there
there.
yet.
So
Most of
yeah,
y'all won't even be alive. Yeah. Most of y'all won't even be alive when that happens for real. That's like your great grandchildren's problems.
exactly, not at all. So yeah, we still require that human touch, that human interaction. So the best thing y'all can do, just stay up to date with what's going on. If you need to, change your skill set, don't be lazy. Learn some new skills. Keep you sharp. Keep your mind sharp. You live longer. You live a better life. So just don't worry about it. Don't trip. And if you're afraid of it, that means you're uninformed. So do some research, y'all. Listen, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Actors and Dorms. We're giving you all that good news and information. So moving on. Now we got a little drama on Fun Fact Friday. We'll get to the fun facts in a minute, but right now we're gonna sip a little hot, spicy ass tea, y'all. So there have been 500 theater artists, 500 theater artists, signed this open letter condemning Miss Patty Lupon's comments on Audra McDonald and Cassia or Cassia Lewis. Now, this is crazy. Now, they've all worked together, but this letter is circulating because obviously this daggone Patty Lupon was pissed with these two. She called them all kind of bitches and everything else.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, uh-huh. She called them all kind of bitches.
All
So you
right.
know they don't. Yeah, she wrote him a letter. I'm sending you a 4-page letter, and I enclosed it with a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So them 500 people said, listen, we do not want this letter out. So they signed a petition. They signed, and yeah, because she wrote the letter, they don't want that letter getting out because there's some nasty things that this lady said about these two people, and they are not having it. Okay, because these two people have been in theater on Broadway many, many times, nominated, and great Tony Award winners. So all these people, other Tony Award winners, signed this letter, and they're like, "No, we do not want this getting out." So far, they have again 500 people have signed this letter because they said the language is not only degrading and misogynistic, but it's a blatant act of racialized disrespect. It constitutes bullying and it constitutes harassment. I said, "Oh Lord!" So yeah, I don't understand why, Lord, this Patty Lupon done started this mess, but she did. So, um, she said that Lupon said that the incident from last fall when I guess she was working in a booth and she was working on I guess like Hell's Kitchen and she complained. Lupon was complaining that the music couldn't be heard and she shared a wall I guess with their play, so I guess she wasn't really getting what she wanted and whatever play was happening next door was interrupting her play and she found that offensive. But she didn't have to call them bitches. She probably called them black
Wow.
bitches if we're being honest because it's two black ladies, so she probably called them two black bitches. But she was pissed. So she wrote that letter, and now she's getting a little bit of pushback. So I'm sure this is not the first we're going to hear about this, but this is a hot topic, even though it's not Monday. There's a hot topic going on right now in the world of theater and Broadway. And yeah, I don't even know what to say about this. I'm just like, listen, y'all, if you have a problem with somebody in this business, I don't even know what to say on how to, handle it because it seems like no matter what you do, you always gonna be in some shit. Uh, I don't even know. Like, how do you
Well,
handle it? I mean, she wrote a letter,
I
which was rude. Like, what do you talk to them in person, and then they, I don't even know.
I I'm a knock knock knock. I'm coming to your front door. You talk that shit to me. A knock knock knock. Yo, black bitch. Well, I could have just been a bitch, right? But no, you got now. You want to throw some mustard and ketchup on it. I bet the fucking beef is seasoned now. Let's go. No, you want to, see, and then, in those industries, we especially have to have more decorum and we have to be the bigger person. Fuck all of that. Fuck being a bigger person because they're not trying to be big. And then it's like, oh, they were having a stressful day. I've got a stressful day too. She called me a bitch. That's stress. That is mental stress. Like, where's my PTSD? You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, if this woman is powerful enough to strike that kind of fear in somebody, and she's going to put a letter out which will essentially kill these women's career. We,
Mm-hmm.
we've already seen where if you get a certain kind of tag in Hollywood, like you're difficult to work with or whatever, then you can be blackballed within the cycle or within that circle. So um I'm like, you got a problem with somebody, cool, but you don't have to make it racial because now that's a reflection on who you are as a person. So all of your black friends now, all of them should be looking at you like, black bitches, huh? Bless you, bless you, bless you. So yeah, you want to throw that on?
Go ahead. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
allergic to it.
yeah.
Mm.
Exactly. She should eliminate the same kind of bullshit just like you did. I chew that racism out, girl. I chew it out.
Listen. But they
God
also
bless
she's
her.
also throwing all kind of shade too. So what Miss Lupin, right? So Casey Lewis, she had some comments. She was just like, she referred to Lupin in her Instagram video as a fellow theater veteran, right? Because they both done Broadway, they both been in theater for a while. Lupin responded with and this is in the New Yorker. So this she didn't just respond on Instagram. She didn't respond just randomly. She responded in the New Yorker in the paper. So that's a big deal. She said a veteran, fellow veteran, referring to Casey Lewis. She was like, no. Lupin says she's done 7. I've done 31. Don't call yourself a vet, bitch.
I think 7 does kind of make you a vet. Now,
Wow.
okay,
So
Aaron
7 ain't good
Rodgers.
enough. 7 ain't
Right,
good enough.
right. I
seven
mean,
seven Broadway theater performances. That's not good enough, because she's done
not good
31.
enough. I mean, you're obviously much older, so it's impossible for her to keep up with you on that, in that regard. And number two, you know, there are more roles for white people on Broadway than there are black people. So naturally, you should have a higher number naturally. And I mean, and I'm not trying to start no shit with it, but that's just what it is. You're going to get more roles because more roles are available. So for this woman to get 7, that is a lot. And 7 shows you are a vet. You're a vet. I say after 5, you're a vet. There's nothing that's going to happen on Broadway after 7 shows. Not too much that you're not going to know about. You're doing a run for years, depending on what it is.
And you know what else is so crazy? So not only is Lupin, she's older than Casey Lewis, so she had more
Oh,
time to be on Broadway. But the funniest thing is the New Yorker, they checked. So they referenced this, make sure that, she was correct saying that she's done what, 30 shows, right? Well, come to find out, she's done 28 shows, which is close to 30, and Lewis has done 10 shows. So 10 shows to her 28 shows. Yeah. Yeah, she
that's
said she's done 31, but she's only done 28. And Lewis, done 7, but no, she actually did 10. But either way, I'm like, listen, this is just all petty. I mean, what I really wonder what, Lupin's real real problem with them was, because
yeah,
it
of
seems like
course.
it's a whole bunch of stuff. Because she went on a couple other people. She went in on Donald Trump. She went on Kevin Kline. She went in on Sarah Palin. She went in on Glenn Close. She made comments about harsh comments, mind you, harsh comments about a whole bunch of people. So I don't know
Oh,
what the hell was wrong with
um,
her, but she had a day. She had a diva day, and boy, I wonder what's gonna happen after this. She mad she got 28 shows. I wonder if she gonna get to 20. But anyway, listen, y'all. This is Fun Fact Fridays. We here for a good time, not a long time. If you haven't hit that
not at
subscribe
all.
button, hit the subscribe button, y'all. Listen, we in the hundreds. We try to get to like the 200 and the 300. So hit that subscribe button. And real quick, I'm gonna break it up with a little fun fact, if you don't mind. So, did y'all know that good old
Hmm.
Frank Sinatra, the legend, right? The
I
great,
did
great
it
Frank Sinatra.
my way.
Exactly. Go ahead, Marlon. So, did y'all know that Frank Sinatra has 1, 2, 3 stars on the Walk of Fame? So, anytime y'all go to Hollywood and you're walking on everybody's star, taking pictures, definitely go check out Frank Sinatra's star. I don't know where it's at, but find out. They got maps, whatever. Do your research. So he has one for film, he has one for music, and he has one for television. I was okay. Go ahead, Frank. Go ahead. So yeah, he has 3 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I think that's amazing.
Ah, so
So yeah.
I wonder, because of his ties, did he actually have to pay for it, or did someone get coerced
Oh no, I'm
into?
pretty sure. What did we say on our last past live? In order to get that Hollywood or that star on the Walk of Fame, what you got to pay? $30,000. And he
Yeah.
paid that three times, $90,000 to get all
Oh,
three of
I
his
no.
stars on the Walk of Fame. I know you
Frank
had something
Sinatra
else
was a
to do. Hmm?
no, no, no. Frank Sinatra was tied to gangsters, so that's why I was saying that even if he did have to pay, he probably didn't pay
Mm-hmm.
because someone else was offered a deal they could not refuse. That's if I don't get 3 stars, then your children don't see college, baby. So yeah, who knows? But no, it was no doubt. The max back. It was really no big secret that he had his connections there. So I don't think
Mm-hmm.
the Chinese
I'm sure
theater was more
somebody
powerful
paid
than the
though.
mob.
I don't know because you got to think about it, right? Yeah, they have the mob, but Hollywood got their own gangsters. So
Hmm.
I'm sure somebody pays something. I guarantee you, because both of them about their money, both of them are powerful, both of them have connect. Somebody paid something, or something was exchanged, somebody gave something up to get them 3 stars on that walk.
Hmm.
So
We should
we'll just
find
leave
that
it
out.
at that. We'll just leave it at
Yeah. We should
that.
find that out. Everybody all dead anyway. Don't nobody care. We need to figure out how Frank Sinatra paid for 3, and people can't even pay for 1. Anyway, shout out to Frank Sinatra.
Yeah,
Um, and hit
yeah.
us in the comments. Is that the only person who's ever gotten 3? Like, is that this goat kind of status with the Hollywood Walk of Fame? Because that's
Yeah.
got to be
I'm
goat.
gonna
That's
look
goat.
up. I'm gonna look up and see who has the most stars on the Walk of Fame.
All right.
That's what I want to know. So yeah, who has the most stars on the Walk of Fame? Oh, you looking it up now?
Yeah. I'm trying to, but obviously my typing skills are subpar at best. Uh, oh wow, so Gene Autry. Oh, okay. Yeah, Gene would make sense. He has 5. He's
Oh
got
wow.
one for rate because radio too. Like this is old. Gene Autry is one of those old westerns.
Yeah.
And I remember my dad used to watch the old Hollywood, I mean, the old Westerns, so I know who he is. But he got it for radio, records, recording, actually wax, film, television, and live theatrical performances, including rodeo.
That's
Wow.
interesting. And because like when you go to the Walk of Fame, a lot of times the stars they'll have that one star with their name, and then they'll have like a radio or a film. They have the little
Hmm.
thing, the symbol within the star. But to have
Hmm.
individual stars with the
Wow.
individual thing, yeah, that's a lot. So yeah, okay. So 5 is the
That's the
most.
record. That's the GOAT. So Gene Autry is the
Mhm.
GOAT. He
Okay,
is
that's a
the
lot.
Hollywood Walk of Fame Gizzo. All
Yeah,
right.
that's a lot of
Yeah,
money.
we
But
may
go
never see that. Well, you know
ahead.
what? We may be able to see something because what if there's an AI star, VR? What if someone's recognized for their work in AR, VR, AI?
I'm sure it's gonna
Um,
change. Podcasts, everything. It's
yeah.
gonna change. Watch, they're gonna get stars for all that. I bet you, it's all
Oh
gonna
yeah.
change. They got different symbols,
Eventually.
and then I wonder
And
where
then
they're gonna put all these stars.
you can just keep going down. I mean, to be honest with you, if they just went across the street, you know,
Oh, they done that too.
yeah, yeah. It's been
This goes,
it's
this stretches. If y'all been to California, it stretches super far. I'm like, what? They just gonna go instead of going across the street, go down the other.
actually that's probably I would
Mhm.
imagine, yeah, because it's been a while since I've been. I do remember I didn't even get to everybody, but yeah, they were expanding pretty, and I keep forgetting, but every year, but at least 1 or 2 people get it per year, probably more. We just don't hear about it.
Yeah, there's quite a few. There's quite a few.
Mm.
Yeah, but I'd be interested to see, where they put the rest of these stars. But you know,
All right, I'm gonna put the
interesting.
AE plaque right
Yeah.
in front, right beside Muhammad Ali. Don't step on this bitches. Anyway,
Absolutely. All right. So moving on. What else you got for
all
the people on
right,
this Throwback Friday?
yes. This this I know that you have one more fun fact, right?
Absolutely.
All right, yep. So we'll hit that. But this little piece is brought to you by Actors Endurance. This is the handbook, and that over there is the weekly planner. All right, so go out get this at Amazon. You can go to Actors Endurance on Amazon, get both of the books. It will help your career. I'm telling you. Yes, that's the
Absolutely.
weekly
Thank you,
planner.
doing
This is
some
the little
now.
black handbook. All right. This is a script analysis book. That other book is to get your life together and make sure that you never miss an audition or a great opportunity. All right. So, with that said, Board 8 NFTs venture into Hollywood. Don't know if you guys remember the whole Board 8 Yacht Club, but the Board 8 Yacht Club, an exclusive NFT collection, is expanding into Hollywood with plans for shows, movies, and music bands. Owners of the NFTs gain access to private events and exclusive merchandising, signifying a shift towards decentralized economy and entertainment. I'm telling y'all, this joint is coming. Um, I remember, a few years back when the board apes were out, they were like there were a couple of art NFTs that came out at that time that is sold for $1 million, but this was the non fungible token. In case you guys don't know what that means, a non fungible token. That was a non fungible token means that it's under a contract that can't be funged or it cannot be changed. So and the reason why that is very important for artists like us is because if I own an NFT, then I own the contract within that NFT and I have ownership within that NFT through all perpetuity, as Hollywood likes to use. That means for a lifetime. That means that my NFT gets passed down to my children and grandchildren and so on and so forth. So really start looking at this NFT space because now what they're doing is now the NFTs are like baseball cards. It's like a digital baseball card. So if you are a fan, or if I'm a fan of somebody and I have an NFT, and within that NFT or ownership, they're saying, "Hey, you can get these free events, you can get this, that, and the other." Then now it's a connection right back to a base. Not only is it a direct connection to your fan base, but your fan base actually can have ownership in the NFT itself. So you can actually treat the NFT almost like a stock in a sense, where people invest into it. So when the NFT sells, everybody who has ownership within the NFT will make money. Guaranteed. It's your money, whatever percentage. So do not sleep on the NFT. Start to get to know them. Um, I'm getting back into the space of getting to know the NFTs, and I think that the NFTs will help bridge the gap between content creators and their audiences.
Yeah, and I feel like the NFT space right now is more of like if you know, you know. If you don't, you yeah, it's not on your radar, not on Yeah, it's one of those things. I feel like if you know, you know. But if you don't, but it's definitely something. If y'all are not familiar with it, I would definitely say look it up. Look into it. Um, but again, maybe it's for you, maybe it's not. I don't know.
Content creators, listen, if you don't protect it, then somebody else is going to put your joint in an NFT. You know what I mean? So you may go sign with somebody. Let's say that you don't get your, excuse me, let's say that you don't get your own NFT. You may sign a company that makes your product into an NFT, and then they have ownership of the NFT. It's the same thing with the royalties. It's the same thing. Um, with masters
Mhm.
and that type of stuff. So you want to be able to protect that. And if you can come in and say my product is protected in this NFT, it doesn't matter what they sign off on. It's not
Mhm.
fungible. They can't change you making money or that connection. Only you
Yeah,
can change that. So it gives us ownership. It gives us rights to our product, our intellectual product. So I love
yeah.
it. I like it.
Yeah, it's almost like kind of like how domain names, you want to get you want to get your domain before somebody else buys it and then charges you $3 million and they only pay 12. So yeah, it's
Yep.
something to look
But
into, y'all. Something to pay attention to, especially for y'all that are in the space for sure. If you're not in the space, definitely look it up. I don't think you'll be disappointed with gaining that knowledge. But if you're in this space, yeah, we highly recommend it. But yeah, moving right along, since we here for a good time, not a long time. Who likes Comic Con? Who likes Comic Con? Hey, who like Comic Con? Who like Comic Con? And who likes Marvel? We all like Marvel. I love me some Marvel. So Marvel decided to shake things up a little bit. So they're gonna be skipping Comic Con Hall H panel for 2025. Now this is big because they've been going to Comic Con and this Hall H panel for years. But this year, what they decided to do is they decided to skip it and then send everybody overseas to do some promotion, and then they're gonna send all of the characters, Marvel characters, for the San Diego Comic Con. So if you go into the other Comic Con, don't expect to see Marvel. Sorry guys, but head out to San Diego and you'll see all the characters. Now they still haven't, and this is one of the ones I would love to see is Blade. They still haven't, announced or I guess fulfilled their promise to bring out Mahershala Ali and with the Blade movie because I don't even know what the hell's going on with that. I think they pushed it back or I'm not sure what they're doing with good old Blade. Even though my personal opinion, I wish they would just leave it alone. Just let it
Yep.
be. Because Wesley Snipes killed it, and we don't. I like Mahershala Ali, but I don't need him. I don't even need him. Let him do something else. Let him do something else. He's doing a great job on his other films. Let's just let that be. And yeah, let Blade be Blade. You know, or bring back freaking uh Wesley
Wesley.
Snipes. Yeah, bring back Wesley. Shoot, I know he old, but he
uh,
still got it. No, Wesley still
Wes,
got it. Things.
Wes is up there. He be like, hold up now. All right, karate chop.
Yeah, so he can still do some things. First of all, his acting is phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
So he can do all the
Phenomenal.
action parts, and then for certain fight scenes, stunt double, and you get somebody else a chance to shine and make some money. So that's what I think. But anyway, listen. So Comic Con, yeah, they're skipping their booth. At Hall H. So, and they also, if you guys didn't know that the Avengers Doomsday is moving its release. So it was supposed to be released in May of 2026, but they pushed it way back to December. So now we have to wait, not because it would be a year from today. Now it's like a year and what, like 7 months, eight, I don't even know. So yeah, so now it's gonna be in December 2026, so we have to wait, a good amount of time. So yeah, just want to let y'all know because we always giving you that good news first, and this is breaking news. So just make sure y'all go to San Diego Comic Con if you want to see Marvel. And yeah, you a Marvel fan? I think we both Marvel fans. So we both like the superheroes. I don't know if you.
You know what? I used to draw them as a child, but I started drawing DC first. I drew Batman first, and then Spider Man. The Hulk was my favorite one growing up, though. Okay, Batman is my favorite, but the
Mm-hmm.
Hulk. Hulk. We've had Hulk conversations before, so
Yeah.
but the Hulk I never drew as a kid. It's crazy. I don't know why. But so I like them both. Like I can't choose between the two. The problem with DC is they only got their 5 to 7. You know what I'm saying? Like Marvel be having groups like the X-Men, and then they'll have a whole the Avengers, and I mean they have groups of people all the time. So DC don't have
Mhm.
groups. It'd be like, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, the Arrow and Hawkman. It'd be back in the day, Hawkwoman, like that's it. But they don't have other stories anyway. Everybody loves Marvel, and Marvel when they don't show up, I mean outside of American, anime or animation and stuff like that. Marvel definitely holds the big pot, you know. So it would just have to be like a lot of anime. But now this is what's good about a situation like this, just real quick. So when the big boys don't show up, the little people get a chance to have a shine. And now there's some little comic book person who could never get a booth because Marvel was always taking up 20 booths or something crazy. Now they
Absolutely.
can come and actually get a booth and maybe get recognized, you know? So um, if y'all go to them, support the other, where the booths used to be for Marvel, support those newer people that's there because they're artists and they paid their money for the booth too. So that's how I feel
Absolutely.
about it. It's, it,
Yeah.
you know,
At
it's
least be
so,
open to it, y'all. At least be open to it. Don't just have the tunnel vision and go straight for what you know. You know, be a little open and explore something else. But yeah,
yep.
I love all the superhero movies. I would love to see new superheroes. Like they got the Red Hulk coming or something different. Because I never read comic books, so I'm not familiar. Unless y'all tell me the
Mm,
story, I don't know. So tell me some
right,
more stories,
right.
Marvel and DC. That would be great.
Oh
Yeah, no.
man, they all have very general stories, but what I love about that whole media is that if I did Batman's story, I could have a little bit of liberty in there. So I saw a Batman recently where the Penguin was a woman. Like it's like yeah, that's why it was a animation. Wow, I think I saw it on Netflix. I'm like, wow. So you can't have liberties within these stories. As long as you can tell a hell of a story and you can afford the rights or the licensing. So, you know,
Yeah,
I wouldn't
that's a
mind.
good one.
You know what I wouldn't mind doing? Dick Grayson, in my opinion, is the best Batman ever.
Mm.
So,
Which one?
you
Okay, I
know,
don't know which one that
oh, Dick Grayson is Robin. He's like the character Robin.
Yeah.
His character name is Dick Grayson. So Dick Grayson eventually became Batman after I think after Bane broke his back or whatever the case is. But I would love to do Dick Grayson's rise to Batman because he went through a whole, and not only that, he went through a whole nother like, oh, what's that?
Yeah, now that would actually be cool. See a different take, a different story. That's what we need. Listen, Marvel, DC, if you're listening, we need those type of ideas and stories. We're tired of seeing the same thing. We love the cool fight scenes, but we need more storyline, We just need more storyline.
Yes,
But either
Rob.
way, I still love
Robin
the
had a Black Ops, like he was in Black Ops. Robin had a whole thing when the Teen Titans got their building blown up. He went into Black Ops, yo. Robin, I'm telling you, Dick Grayson was that dude. He was that dude. So I would love to
what is it?
see.
In the comic books, how do you where'd you see this at? Was it a movie? Was it a comic
Oh,
book? How'd
comic
you see
books.
it?
Yeah,
Oh,
all of
comic book.
these very good movies. All of them, every last one we've seen, all of them come from comic books, or
Okay, that's what I thought. I
maybe
was
the
like,
animated. Yeah, and matter of fact, and this is why it's kind of messed up when only one company owns it. And we'll end this, but I'll tell you what's messed up because there's some Wonder Woman stories. Did you know that Wonder Woman her so when Wonder Woman was forged in the sand, there was white sand and black sand. Wonder Woman has a black sister, a black twin sister and they
yep.
didn't fight each other until so Wonder Woman left the island. One was on one side of the island, and they were kept separate as kids. But then they came back, and the only reason that they knew that they were sisters was because of their weapons. So Wonder Woman had the tiara, the bands, and the rope. Her sister had that shield that y'all see the other Wonder Woman with. Has Nubia's shield and Nubia's sword. So anytime you see Wonder Woman with the sword and the shield, that is Nubia's shit. That's her sister's. Give it
Yeah.
back to her, and how about y'all just going ahead and give her a movie because she's been around since the 70s.
And
Nubia's been around.
they were in talks about the Black Wonder Woman too, and they actually had I think it was like Tiffany Haddish. They had pegged to
Tiffany Haddish, no
time out. I'm just
disrespect.
giving you the information.
No,
I'm just giving you the information, Mom.
I
I'm
got
giving you
you.
the queen of me. Jump through the screen at me. Don't shoot
Oh,
the messenger.
no, no, I'm not mad. I was just saying, like, a comedian playing Wonder Woman, like, and maybe it wasn't that. Maybe I'm just jumping the gun, but I
Right.
digress.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah. So they were in talks about that film. So hopefully, eventually, they'll get it done. But yeah, we're gonna let that go because I almost got taken out on this live. We here for a good time, not a long time. I'm gonna end it with this fun fact, and we're gonna get up out of here before Boss
Yes.
check me out for my information. So, did y'all know in Hollywood? Now, if you ever go to Hollywood, the Capitol Records Tower is one of the biggest towers. It's it's an iconic sight to see. A lot of people go see that. So the blinking lights atop the Capitol Records Tower spells out the word Hollywood in Morse code. Isn't that crazy? So when you go to
Wow.
California and you're in Hollywood and you're sightseeing, or if you live there, if you didn't know, now you know. Okay, so that Capitol Records Tower, the blinking light spells out Hollywood in Morse code, and it's been that way since the building opened in 1956. So since
Wow.
1956, they had Morse code Hollywood blinking at the top of the Capitol Records building. Ain't that crazy? Listen, y'all, this is Fun Fact Fridays. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you subscribe. Oh, I'm a sick Marlon on your ass. You see how he jumped on me, and I was just misinformation, misinformation he didn't like. So listen,
Woof,
y'all,
woof, woof.
Amazon.com, subscribe, and we'll see y'all on Monday for Hot Topics.
Peace.